And then you guys appear on the pre-show, I guess one would call it. It was taped for NXT television, NXT Brooklyn 1. You were in an 8-man match along with Enzo and Cass, who, my God, the reaction those guys got. What was it like to perform in front of that crowd? That's your first big crowd, right?
First big crowd, dude. I was in there with, on my side, I was in there with 3 of my really good friends, Cash, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable. And then we were working with Mojo and Zack Ryder and Enzo and Cass, who were super over. So it was so easy, but man, it was just such a thrill. And like, I think that's the first moment where I was like, okay, I made it. I've made my dreams come true. And it was, a very emotional time for me and Dan. You got to think, man, me and Dan, 2 poor Southerners, 5'10", and like I said, silly ass accent,
No gimmicks,
no gimmicks, not right. Body guys. And we get this opportunity for WWE. That's, even thinking about it now, even thinking about our careers right now at this very moment in 2023, I don't know how it happened, dude. I'm not going to cry this episode. I cried enough last time. I don't know how it happened. I'm so lucky that it did happen. And I'm so lucky that the fans have respected us and taken to us and never left our side and just allowed these 2 short Southern guys who are the complete antithesis of what your typical wrestler is. They allowed us to make it. So yes, an incredible moment for me.
It was an incredible moment for a lot of people, especially fans. Stephen Bonner, the UFC wrestler, just died recently, and I bring him up because he had this match with Forrest Griffin on UFC, on the Ultimate Fighter, that people credit with popularizing UFC. The ratings went up as the fight went on, and it's just like, you talk about drawing, that match drew. Is Sasha versus Bayley the Stephen Bonner versus Forrest Griffin of women's wrestling? Like, is it the most important match in women's wrestling history?
At least on American soil, for sure. I think it is. But I also think that it could possibly be the most important match in NXT history. You think about it, that was our first really big show. And that was the match that everybody got to see and associate with NXT. And it blew everybody away. And then from then on, we were able to build on that foundation of Sasha and Bayley. And, things, there started to be a few more matches and that got acclaim and things like that. And we got bigger stars. But that was the foundation in which NXT was built and became what it is today.